Welcome back to the Spit Roast Podcast. Myself, Adam Neeson. Today you join me for another episode of our little sub-series we like to call The Art of Cinema, the series in which we take a particular person that works in the film industry, break down all of their movies, or at least their most popular movies, and see exactly what makes them unique in Hollywood today. A little bit of a different episode we have today, where usually we take directors and break down their filmography and their filming styles and such. Today we're looking at a special actor that we have been teasing from the very first episode of the Spit Roast Podcast. Now, we have been teasing it, not me and Heidi, but me and a certain somebody else. So welcome to the podcast, Mr. Callum McCartney.
How's it going, guys? Glad to be back.
Callum, we've been talking about this episode for almost a year now.
Realistically, we've been talking about it longer than there has been a podcast. Because I don't know what it is about the man. I don't know why I'm so drawn to him. I just love him. Now, you can be... I'm sure they'll see from the thumbnail, but Adam, who's that man?
That man is Mr. Barry Pepper.
Barry Pepper.
Barry Pepper is an American actor, starred in some fantastic movies, but he has been the main star in movies, but he... Callum's just pointed out to me that he's not American, he's Canadian.
Easy mistake to make.
It's an easy mistake to make.
Easy mistake to make.
But he's not the main star of movies for the most part. He has little side parts.
Yeah, and I think that's on it. He's one of those... I wouldn't call him a bit actor.
No.
Because he's not, but he's... I think the real term is he's a recurring actor throughout Hollywood. Yes. A lot... I mean, he's the kind of actor where, yes, you might not know him off the bat. You're not going to go... Who's you like? So you're not, you know what I mean? You're not going to say, "Oh, I'm thinking of an actor right now." You're playing 20 questions. You're not going to go Barry Pepper.
Yeah.
No, but if you see him, you're going to go, "Oh, I know him. I love him," and whatever the hell he does, because he does. He's quite prolific as well. That's the thing.
He does great, memorable roles. In
yes.
Quite big movies.
Yes, and that's. Well, we're going to get into that.
We are.
But no, he's. I don't know what. I can't explain it. We've been talking about this for so long. Mm-hmm. I just love him.
I will say that he is a movie star. He has
starred.
He has solo projects and all fantastic work.
Oh, yes.
Unfortunately, some of his solo projects are a little less known.
Yeah. And that is just Hollywood. I mean, if he is, he's not an A-lister, I would say.
Yeah.
And so therefore, any movie he takes the lead on isn't going to get that much traction.
Yeah.
But in saying that, the stuff he has done is good.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it's amazing. It's all good.
And that's why we picked Barry Pepper as the first actual actor.
Yeah.
To take his roles and kind of find out what makes him great in the movies he has been in.
And not just great, what makes him so memorable.
Exactly.
When you see a movie, you always think of the characters in it. Mm-hmm. He's one, for example, and we will get into this, Saving Private Ryan. Mm-hmm. He's one of the actors and the characters in it. You go, oh, he's in it. I like him. He's a good character.
Yeah, especially because you don't know his name, but you definitely know his face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like you'd see his face, you go, oh, him.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite tell you what, but he's in a lot of stuff. You know. Yeah. We're here to ease you into the life of Barry Pepper.
We are indeed. It's nice that he has a name called Barry Pepper because it's memorable.
It's very memorable. It rolls off the tongue.
People struggle in Hollywood by coming up with Hollywood names,
like Ethan Tremblay.
Exactly. But a Barry Pepper is a memorable name.
Yes, very memorable name.
I will say that we tried to get Barry Pepper on this podcast.
Not to do it,
not to do it, but just to give us a little intro.
Yes.
And he declined, but not in a bad way.
No.
He just thought that if he started giving people shout-outs and stuff, sending people videos or voice things, everybody would start asking for them.
Yeah.
Which is a fair enough point to make.
Yeah, we don't want to swamp him.
Exactly.
Plus, he's busy, man.
He lives a normal life, and he doesn't want being harassed on Twitter every day by people being
you've done enough harassing of him,
exactly. So. But he did send us his best wishes. And he said best of luck with the podcast, and that when it's done he'll listen to it. So Mr. Pepper,
when you listen to this,
and hopefully you are,
oh please,
thank you for all of your roles. You've done a fantastic job, and you've been a inspiration to cinemophiles like me and Callum.
Oh yes.
The fact that we will get excited every time we see your name in the credits.
Oh yes.
You're the main reason we love The Lone Ranger.
Oh, probably the best part of The Lone Ranger, if I'm being honest with you.
But we'll get to that in a bit.
Oh yes, we will.
So, Callum, I think the best place to start is probably with Saving Private Ryan.
Okay, now this I would like to say it's the movie that made him, but he had a career before it. But I'll say this: it was the movie that really it made him known to a lot of people. I mean, and let's not downplay the fact that it is a good movie in its own right.
Oh, it's fantastic!
It's an amazing movie. It's a Spielberg. It's got tanks. It's a Spielberg. It's an incredible movie in its own right. But and this isn't. I'm not just saying this for the podcast. His character, Barry Pepper's character in it, Private Daniel Jackson, I think his name is my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, because that movie itself, it has a lot of memorable characters. It's memorable enough that I don't. I mean, the only one apart from him I know is Private Ryan.
Well, that's a movie that's full of like actors that are on the same level as Barry Pepper.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I recognise the guy. So you have people like Tom Sizemore, Adam Goldberg.
That one guy, he was in Wolf of Wall Street as the detective.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes, he's in it. What's his name?
Oh, I can't remember.
That's what I'm saying, but like, I don't need to remember him. Yeah. They're not worth it. Not compared to Mr. Pepper.
Not compared to Mr. Pepper.
But
Vin Diesel as well.
He really took off though. But even then, back then, he had a smaller role than Barry Pepper did.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, and I could not tell you the name of the actor. I want to say the bitch. You know. No, he is a bitch. You know the guy who like... the conscientious objector, I suppose is the right word for it, you know?
He is the guy that... Kyle Chandler is the man you're thinking of.
Oh, yes, Kyle Chandler. No, it's not. No, I'm thinking of a completely different guy then. Because they look exactly the same.
Well, the guy you're thinking of is... He was in Lost. He played Faraday in Lost.
Yes.
He's actually a great little bit part actor. Edward Burns is the man you're thinking of.
Oh, yes.
But Saving Private Ryan, also Giovanni Ribisi.
Of course, how could I forget?
And Jeremy Davies is...
And Ted Danson and Paul Giamatti. Yeah, we got them all.
It's just full of great performances, but Barry Peppers sticks out because, like you said, he plays the sniper.
He's got a couple of good scenes focused on him.
Yeah.
For example, there's the standoff between the two snipers, and he delightfully pings one right through the scope.
Oh yeah,
which everyone just is like, it's well deserved.
It's such a satisfying moment.
It is, and then probably one of the best moments in any war movie for me is when he's on the tower in the last little segment in the showdown, and he's destroying Nazis left, right, and centre, and spurting Bible quotes.
Oh yeah,
I love that. Like he does that so well, and I don't know outright if Barry Pepper is an overly religious man, but I believe that he was in that, you know.
Yeah.
Like that looks like something he could just do on an off day.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what acting's about, isn't it? I believe that.
Well, the thing is with BP.
BP. We'll call him BP, you know. BP.
BP. Is the fact that he makes his own knives for...
Yes, we learnt this through his YouTube page.
Yes, he likes to... what's the word?
Add a special something to a character.
Yeah, he likes to personalise it, so he made his own knife for Saving Private Ryan and a sword for Lone Ranger.
And he made another knife for his character in True Grit. I can't remember the name of the character, but
I can't remember.
But no, I like that. That's another thing. He's good for is adding his own touch to movies. Like, I mean, any actor could just sit there and just do what they're told, put on the uniform that they've got, and go out and act. You know, go home. He likes to do his thing. I've noticed this. I've been watching his YouTube page. Not that there's many videos on it, but I've been like looking into that. He likes to. He's very good with his hands, if you know what I mean. Like, he's not the kind of actor or even man to just sort of sit and do nothing. Like, he doesn't need to act. Like, I mean, he put one a month ago of him finishing off a boat.
Yeah.
Where he had to work with fiberglass and he painted it and it looked good. Like, realistically, I could see him not ever needing to act
No.
He could just be like, your handyman.
Yeah.
But he does.
Well, of course, he's got a starring role in the new movie Crawl.
Which we'll get to.
But Saving Private Ryan, some of the scenes, especially the D-Day scenes, were filmed in Ireland, down south.
Down south, yeah.
And I have been to the beaches that it's filmed in, and went to some of the local bars down there, and they have uniforms, like helmets and stuff, from the cast.
Really?
Because the cast members went to those bars and liked it so much that they left.
They
got wrote off. They left the helmets and props and stuff for the local bars. And I can only imagine that Mr. Pepper,
he left a little something.
Him and Sizemore having a little cheeky pint together.
Oh, and we played the Guinness in the Emerald Isle.
Exactly.
Gotta love it.
But Saving Private Ryan, Tom Hanks, of course, starring,
which is a nice little segue into our next movie that we're going to talk about,
which is The Green Mile.
The Green Mile. Now, this movie, Adam, I think it's a fan favorite.
It's what I'd like to call my father's favorite movie.
Yeah,
because every time it's on, even though it's a 3-hour movie, every time it's on, my dad will watch it from start to finish.
See, my dad's very much the same, except it'll be on and he'll go, "Oh, not this again," and then sit and watch it religiously.
Yeah,
and no one can speak when it's on. Like, it's not even that it's because it's okay. First of all, it's funny as hell. Mm-hmm. It's one thing that can be said about a good Frank Darabont movie. It's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But it's really emotional. Mm-hmm. It's incredibly emotional. Like I've shed many a tear. I'll tell you why though. What's his name? Is it John Coffey or Edward Delacour's death? Execution that Mr. BP puts an emotional
John Coffey.
Is it John Coffey?
Yeah.
Yes, and the lights start flickering and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Clark Duncan, rest in peace. Plays Big John Coffey.
It's like the drink,
but no, just not spelled the same.
There
we go. Deep pull. And then whenever that's what spoilers. Although at this point,
you would have to see Green Mile. Everybody's seen Green Mile.
Yeah, everyone's seen Green Mile. Who hasn't? My dad has. But if you haven't seen it, go watch it now. But anyway, John Coffey eventually gets executed for a crime he did not commit.
Yeah.
But it's in the South. He's a black man in the 30s, I think it is.
Yeah, I think so.
So I mean, he didn't stand a chance anyway.
No.
But now Barry didn't have I would say, not as big of a role as in Saving Private Ryan. Still memorable though.
Oh, absolutely, because it's such a because it's based in the one set the most time.
Yeah.
And who have you got? You've got Hanks.
You've got Michael Jeter for one, playing a great Edward Delacour.
Yes.
You've got what's his name? David Morse.
Dave Morse. Dale from The Walking Dead.
What's his name?
I can't remember.
Not memorable like BP.
Barry Pepper.
Sam Rockwell.
And
that guy from Punisher Warzone.
yeah.
Whatever his name is.
Sorry, I had a brain fart. Did you mention Michael Jeter?
Yes, Michael Jeter.
Sorry. Michael Jeter, of course. Just a little plug for another thing. Back Focus on YouTube.
Oh, if you wanna get something watched, go watch the Back Focus.
Yeah.
It's kind of what we do.
It's kind of what we're doing right now.
Yeah, except they would go even more obscure than we would.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not here to promo. Of course, and then I forgot James Cromwell.
James Cromwell plays the warden.
The warden. Now that's I don't know why we never remember his name.
No, it's.
We've definitely done this before. In other podcasts, we can't remember that guy's name.
It's the main guy from
Babe.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig. But and Bonnie Hunt, is she not in it?
Bonnie Hunt, yes indeed, and
she plays the wife.
Harry Dean Stanton.
You love Harry Dean Stanton.
Harry Dean Stanton in that movie, when he's like, "I'm dreaming of big titties and mashed potatoes."
I know. Again, another throwback to the Back Focus because they also did an episode on that.
They did indeed.
But we're not going into that now. But
a nice cameo by Gary Sinise, who had been in Forrest Gump with Hanks.
I think he actually is in Saving Private Ryan as well.
Oh, he probably is.
I think he is. I think he has a small role, at least, as one of the army commander guys, I think. I can't quite remember. But anyway, Barry Pepper and that, by the way, can I just put out, if no one knows him yet, he has a great southern drawl to his accent.
Oh, that's what made me think he was an American actor, because...
No, I know, because he had, like, it's more noticeable in this than in Saving Private Ryan. In Saving Private Ryan, you get the feeling he's more of an educated man. Mm-hmm. Whereas in this, it's this like, I don't know what to say, but it's just he has this good Southern drawl that puts me right in the setting of Southern America.
Well, he's the new guy.
He's the young buck.
Young buck to work on the Green Mile and has never really had much, like, not experience, but anybody that's on the Green Mile
has worked there for a while.
Yeah, and all of the prisoners have been quite tame.
Yeah.
Until Wild Bill comes.
Played by Sam Rockwell, a favourite of ours as well.
Absolutely. And Barry Pepper is fantastic because all those actors are fantastic and they all work together. There's
a good chemistry with them. I feel like offset they would have had a good chemistry, you know, like that it comes through in the movie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to mention this side note, Barry Pepper's lips.
Oh,
very kissable.
Very kissable. Sorry if you're listening to this, Barry, and that makes you feel strange, but no, but I mean, you're a very handsome man.
You are a very handsome man, and well, we want a bit of you. But anyway, back to it. Yes, I feel like that's why I don't know why Green Mile. I think it's so rewatchable. There is a chemistry. It kind of makes you feel like you're part, because like, I mean, there is a clear divide between the prisoners and the guards.
Yeah.
But throughout the movie, especially whenever you have Doug Hutchinson playing the bad guy who plays, what's the name of his character again?
Ellis, is it? Or Ennis?
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
The guy who is a bit of a prick.
Yeah.
In Green Mile.
His daddy works for the
for the governor.
For the governor.
But he kind of creates. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of situation.
Yeah.
And so there's a good chemistry between the prisoners, almost to the point where they're all working against them. Like, and it makes you, like, watching that, it makes you feel like you're in it with them.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like you can really get along and you can see where they're coming from, their points of view.
Yeah.
Especially with all the I can't remember the name of the actor, the Indian guy, the Native American guy.
Oh, I can't remember.
He gets, and there's a really emotional scene with him in that.
Are you talking about the bit when he gets on the electric chair?
No, before that. It's before he gets on the electric chair. Remember, he's telling Tom Hanks about when he had a wife.
Oh yes.
And it makes you. I suppose it's topical as well because his capital punishment is still on a thing, throughout America. But like, it really it paints a picture of what it's like to be on death row.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing about it, not just for the prisoners, but for the guards as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I love that scene with Barry Pepper crying, because he doesn't. I don't know. I don't think I could do that.
No, it's they treat him like the kid in the situation, because even when they bring John Coffey to the governor's house or the warden's house to help his wife, they leave Barry Pepper behind because they don't want him to see.
Yeah.
Or they don't want him to get in trouble as well, because he has a kid on the way, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So they don't want him to get in trouble and lose his job. It's just a great role, I think.
It is, especially because the fact you said about his kid, I love the part when Sam Rockwell is hanging off him, choking him out. He's very good at getting into the mindset of the new guy.
Yeah.
That's why I love about Sam Ryan. It's the difference, because you can tell he's been with Tom Hanks' character in that for a long time.
Yeah.
Whereas it's almost like they're two different, like they've never met before. It's a good.
Yeah.
He's a good, like, for that role that he did in Green Mile. Compare it to the one in Sam Ryan. Mm-hmm. They're completely different characters, but he acts in them just perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, he does it just right.
Yeah.
But I think if we're going to also move on, we have to also...
Well, after Green Mile, Barry Pepper, BP, went on to star in his own movies as, like, the lead. So you had movies like Battlefield Earth.
No.
It was him and Travolta.
No, I mean, he doesn't need to know. I mean, it's not like he doesn't know, but like that movie, it didn't do well.
No, it didn't do well.
And that's not his fault.
Absolutely not.
No,
absolutely not.
I mean, I can't. Who directed that?
Oh God, I don't know.
I can't remember his name. It was
the thing with Battlefield Earth was it was set up to be the next greatest thing. It was to be the next Star Wars.
And it was absolutely not.
No. But like you said, that's not BP's
No, I
fault.
mean, he came and he did his job.
And he did an excellent job, I feel.
No, he did. That's what I'm saying. If you watch that, you're not sitting... No one's walking away thinking, God, Barry Pepper was shit in that.
Yeah.
No one's thinking that. Everyone's thinking John Travolta.
Yeah. Well, it was directed by Robert Christian. And the movie was pretty much called the worst movie ever made.
It has been universally panned as being just an absolute shit heap.
Yeah.
You know?
The thing with this movie was it was the book that's based on was written by L. Ron Hubbard. Now, L. Ron Hubbard, of course, is
is he not?
Is he?
He's the Scientology guy.
He's the founder of Scientology.
Yeah, it was never going to be good.
No,
Didn't stand a chance.
No. So it's a bit, people look at it and go, "What's this movie really about? Is there a bit of a political, religious stance going on in this?"
And the truth is, no. It's just a big pile of shite.
Yeah.
I feel like the makeup as well for Travolta, it's what everyone looks and laughs at. Although that's why Pepper was so good. He didn't have any.
Pepper, he would have easily, like, this could have easily been a franchise for him.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like the Travolta influence on the movie and his very bad acting.
Yeah.
It's pretty much Travolta's fault, but his very bad acting and bad directing towards him as well.
Yeah.
Hindered Pepper becoming a big star.
Any form of real progression.
Yeah, because he could have easily went on and did
something like something really big. I mean, and he has done, but that's something like it halted that for a while. Like, he was doing well with Saving Private Ryan, and then he had The Green Mile, and then what year did that come out?
I think like 2099.
It was like relative. It was around the same time. Like, it really sort of like stunted him almost.
Yeah. Then he went on and did The Snow Walker.
Is that his first leading role?
No, Battlefield Earth would be his first.
Would you call that like starting lead? Like, he is the central lead, is what I mean.
I suppose Snow Walker would be, because he's kind of the main poster. Like, it's his movie, whereas Battlefield Earth is like Travolta and Barry Pepper.
Yeah.
Whereas it's his movie.
Only issue I have with the Snow Walker is it's not really, like, it isn't really. It wasn't advertised much.
No.
And that, again, not really his fault.
No.
Now, do you think... See, I guess we don't really know. Do you think this was like a project he really wanted to do?
I think so. I think this kind of spoke to him in a sense that it's a isolated story. It's about a man who's a pilot and he crashes
works with his hands. He's
a
very practical man. I feel like Barry saw a lot of himself in...
the character.
In the character.
He crashes his plane in the middle of nowhere. And... he is helped by a...
What would you call it? Inuit?
An
Eskimo?
An Eskimo, but an Inuit.
Not to be racially insensitive to whatever the bad one is, we're not calling you that.
Yeah. But a girl comes and helps him get back to his own, like, life.
Yeah, we're not going to... all I can say for that movie is you got to go see it yourself. Because, personally, I really liked it.
Yeah.
I did. And, like, it is... For not being advertised or produced very well... I think he does a really good job in a lead. Like, it's just good to see him get some recognition for anything like he's done. Like,
I think it's the same problem with Battlefield Earth. It just wasn't well directed. In the right hands, this could have been something special. Like, cinematography wise, this could have been... Yeah,
there was not really much marketing for it either.
This could have been more epic, because it's a good tale. A man gets stuck in the middle of nowhere.
It's almost like a classic tale, like a bit of a cliche. Like, everyone knows that kind of story.
It's a survival story, and it's very much... If you're an actor, this is a dream role, because it's like, this is just me, pretty much by myself.
I mean, realistically, that's like, you look at movies like The Revenant. It follows very much the same presence.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could have been amazing if it was done just right, and I'm sure he loves it. I'm sure he was happy with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just wasn't what it could have been.
It's not the financial smash hit I'm sure he was hoping for after Battlefield Earth.
After Battlefield Earth, yeah.
But going from movies to television...
He had great success, and then one of my favourite TVs is The Kennedys. The
Kennedys. A role he was, some people say, born to play.
He looks just like him.
Bobby Kennedy.
Doesn't he?
Yes. With Greg Kinnear starring as JFK, who's also born to play that role.
I mean, I don't know what it is. They look... I mean, because... did you ever see... it's like that thing. Did you ever see an actor and you go, he'd be great in this? It doesn't matter what he's done or what he even sounds like, what his acting's like. You look at him and you think, he would be perfect because he looks just like this guy.
Yeah.
These two actors both look exactly like the people who they're supposed to play.
Yeah.
And they can act it too.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's good about the Kennedys. Katie Holmes playing Jackie Kennedy.
Jackie O. Jackie Onassis. But the Kennedys Who made the Kennedys?
I can't tell. I think it might be one of those ones that had a couple of different directors, I think. Or do you mean who actually created
it? Who created it? It's one of those things where, because it was on the UK, I think we got it on like Channel 4 or something.
I think it was on Sky, I think. Whatever channel it was, it wasn't very big here.
Yeah. It was on Rambles channel and the History channel in Canada, which makes sense.
Yeah, I get. I mean, it is technically a history thing. It's like an adaptation? Is that what it's called?
Kind of. Well, it was an 8-episode miniseries.
Yeah.
And who else was in it? Tom Wilkinson was in it.
Ah, yes, I remember Tom Wilkinson. God love
him. Fantastic show. Absolutely worth your time. Together, the whole 8 episodes just feels like a big epic movie.
And that's because, I mean, realistically, what JFK movies have you got to go off?
JFK.
Did Kevin Costner play JFK at one point? Or did he play Oswald?
Oh, I don't know. Oswald Cobblepot? From Batman?
No, I swear, because he's another one. I always thought Kevin Costner looked just like Lee Harvey Oswald.
Uh-huh. Well, it's been years since I've seen JFK the movie. Who's that by? Oliver Stone?
Probably. He does all those.
Let me see. Gary Oldman played Lee Harvey Oswald. Oliver Stone directed it.
Yeah, I thought that was Oliver Stone. He's good for the wartime ones.
Because that's where you get the whole famous back and to the left, like the Zapruder film stuff. Whereas the show, the Kennedys, kind of focused more on...
It was their life before it happened. Like, a lot of... I mean, not even the politics. It was more I would say the scandal / just the general private life of the Kennedys.
Well, it was the family dynamic.
Yeah.
Because the Kennedys were, they were... It's kind of like the Bushes.
I was going to say, looking back, they were almost like the perfect American family.
Absolutely.
He was a war hero.
Yeah.
You know, they had kids.
Yeah.
A good, strong political profile.
He was Irish Catholic.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
the youngest president to date, I think, still.
I think so.
He was only 37, I think, which is the youngest president we've had.
And it's a show that didn't shy away from its controversies.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because the Kennedys had a little bit of...
Well, I mean, we're not here to make a political statement on the Kennedys, but yes.
A little bit of rumpy-pumpy.
Just a wee bit.
He was a bit of a schmoozer.
Just a wee bit. Although Greg Kinnear is, we've seen, I was going to say What Women Want, As Good As It Gets.
Well, we've seen Ghost Town.
Oh. He needs an episode himself.
He does need an episode. I love Greg Kinnear.
Love Barry Pepper more, though.
No, of course. I'm sure Barry Pepper and Greg Kinnear got on like a house on fire.
Famously.
Playing brothers and stuff. But I would have liked to have seen these two in a movie together.
I honestly think it would suit a movie better. I like that they were able to stretch it out into 8 episodes and it covered a lot more, but I'd love to see them in a movie basis.
Mm-hmm.
Because realistically, I mean, there's no one these days. I mean, Greg Kinnear still looks like Kennedy, so he could still do it.
Yeah.
Barry Pepper still looks like Bobby.
Yeah, and because of the Kennedys, Barry Pepper won an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor in a miniseries or movie.
Well, at least he's getting the recognition he deserves.
He actually beat Greg Kinnear, so who's the better actor?
Who's the better actor? We'll say nothing.
But moving on from the Kennedys, back to movies, and a little bit more of a fun role for Mr. Pepper, and something that we both love.
Oh.
Critically panned when it came out.
Terrible. Awful movie.
People say that it's overly long, but I say it's not long enough.
I'll tell you what, when I get a week off from work, the one thing I love to do is watch The Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger. Funny enough, whenever I wanted to see it in the cinema and missed it somehow, I must have been on holiday or something.
I wanted to watch it too, I never got the chance to.
Bought it on DVD, watched it one night before I went to bed, was thinking about it all night long, and when I got up the next morning, watched it again. Because I thought it was fantastic. And the one man I thought was fantastic in his role as a over-the-top Southern general
was Barry Pepper.
Barry Pepper.
I don't know what it is about this role. I love it so much.
It's the most luscious handlebar moustache. He almost plays a live-action Yosemite Sam.
He really... Okay, the one part I do love is... and I will take this to my grave. It's the ending, you know, that 10-minute long Hi Ho Silver.
Yeah.
That part, he just owns that.
When, I think it's Tonto is on the roof of the train and Barry Pepper's firing his guns going, oh man, oh!
He looks just like, what's his face from Simpsons?
Yeah! The oil barn from The Simpsons.
I mean, he looks like he had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah.
And like it comes through in his performance, especially with the, I don't know, I'm not going to remember the name of the kid actor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't remember.
No, I mean, he's a kid actor. He's Operation U-Tree.
Yeah, he's probably on heroin now, to be fair.
Or getting bombed somewhere.
Hello, Kevin Spacey.
Say nothing. No, we're not. No, but he tries to defend. It's either no. At that point, actually, I think he tries to defend Armie Hammer's character.
Yeah, that's right, because he
fires a grape or something.
A grape, yeah.
And of course, Pepper don't like it.
No, Pepper don't like that.
Pepper don't play that shit.
Isn't that the bit where Barry Pepper's character dies when he slides open the container of the door of the train? He slides it open and his train cart just smashes into another train cart. Good
death for Barry Pepper. In my mind, he didn't have enough speaking in it.
No,
he had a good. I mean, it was more the main as far as enemies go, because it was more of it was like a 3-pronged attack. You had Tom Wilkinson,
who you started with in the Kennedys.
As that guy.
Yeah.
You had Nathan William Fichtner, sorry.
William Fichtner.
Everyone call him Nathan Fisk. That's I always come to remember his name. William Fichtner as the other bad guy, and then you had Barry Pepper as the general.
General Fuller.
Yeah. Again, as you said earlier, it brought the sword to his character.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have to.
No, absolutely not.
But you know what? He as I say, he likes to put a wee personal touch in, and that's just what I love about him.
Directed by Gore Verbinski.
Well, you see, you could tell if you've seen the trailer for that, right? This is what I remember the first time I saw that trailer. I was in the cinema, and what was it for? I think it was for what was that? What was the one on Stranger Tides?
Yeah.
And I saw the trailer, and it came up with the Pirates of the Caribbean logo first.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, they're surely not showing another trailer for another Pirates of the Caribbean in the cinema.
Yeah.
Because it was like from the creators of, and then they showed the symbol. And I was like, is this not? Because even the character of Johnny Depp looks a lot like, makeup wise and hair wise, looks a lot like Jack Sparrow a wee bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the hell am I watching here?
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly, I was excited for it. I never saw it in the cinema, but I was really excited for it.
Yeah.
And then it came out.
Yeah, and it was fantastic.
I just didn't have 3 days every time to watch it.
No, that's the thing. The Lone Ranger is, for some reason, like 2.5 to...
It's honestly, it's like 3 hours. It feels like a good week long, though. It's an ordeal.
It's really strange.
I don't know what it is about it. I really need to take time off to watch it.
Friend of the show, Cameron Leaper, does not like this movie, and I have had many an argument with him.
No, I'm the same. He hates it. I don't know why, because I love it. If you get a week off work, I suggest you go watch it.
Yes, absolutely. From there, that's kind of all his big roles in the past. Coming out this week in the UK, it's already out in America, so Americans have got treated to some pepper before us.
This is okay. We've had a look at the cast here.
Yes.
Not much.
It's a two-hander. It's
realistic. Yeah, I mean, even if you watch the trailer,
yeah,
there ain't much.
No.
But what it does have isn't much. Except for Pepper, it doesn't have much. It's got Kaya Scodelario, which I just hate her.
That's fair enough. She was in a British television show called Skins.
She was on Dead Men Tell No Tales. She was in Maze Runner with
Mr. Pepper.
With Pepper again.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Heidi, of course, our other co-host on the Spit Roast podcast, loves horror movies that have to do with water. Oh no, I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it. Mm-hmm. I just don't like her. Yeah. But if you watch I said this to Adam before we started filming today. It looks like he was built for this role in a way. Great facial hair on him, as he always does. Yes. But like he looks like I don't know what it is. You can't really be a good movie dad if you haven't got facial hair. No, and from what I've seen from his Instagram, go follow him at Barry Pepper. Yeah. Don't be asking for any shout outs though.
No, he's too busy. Busy man.
We're the only ones that are getting shout-outs this week.
Yes.
He trained a lot to be able to breathe underwater and stuff, because the whole premise of the movie is that there's a hurricane and he's trapped in the basement
with his daughter and a gator,
and
or
multiple gators.
We don't know. Number one.
And the water's filling up in the basement, and they might both drown or get eaten by a gator.
One or the other.
Now, we haven't seen the movie, obviously.
No.
Very excited to see it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Looks like popcorn crunching fun.
Yes, it does.
And we'll have a review of that on the normal Friday podcast.
Yes, I will try to get up for that because I want to see that. When is it out, by the way?
Oh, it's out the first
for
week.
For us UK listeners?
First week of August, I believe.
First week of August.
Or the middle of August. I can't remember.
Could be the end of August.
Could be the end of August. Mike's coming straight to DVD.
He's not that bad.
No, there's posters in the cinema.
Yeah, we've seen it.
We've seen them.
No, it looks really good. As I say, it looks like, I don't know what it is. There's something about a man with a mustache. I could put my entire trust in him.
And Pepper with a nice mustache and those just kissable lips.
Oh, beautiful, adorable lips. He's an absolute sweetheart to be around. I don't know. It strikes me like this is going to be a good. Plus, it's good to see him starring again.
It is.
He hasn't had much recently.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say he didn't. He wasn't in the top build cast for Lone Ranger. Like, he was just there.
Yeah.
But again, a memorable role, funny role that you take away from that. But it's good to see him starring. I really hope to see more of him starring after this.
Yeah. Well, like we said, he's a man that doesn't need to act if he doesn't want to, because
he can just sit and bricklay for all he wants,
and he'd be happy enough with that.
Oh, he's a simple man, you know. He's old. He's that old soul.
Exactly. Married, nice kid.
Yeah, nice wife.
Exactly. So,
you know, and like, as I'm saying, I feel like he's an actor who hasn't been suckered into the Hollywood life.
No.
You know, I mean, every actor these days, every actress is either having an affair or going to rehab for drugs. Mm-hmm. He's his old soul. Mm-hmm. He's happy to go to the house.
Exactly.
You know?
And he's somebody that could easily be in a television show like The Walking Dead, or like one of those shows that's on for like 9 seasons.
Yeah.
Don't I mean? He could easily just slip into one of those roles and that'll be him for life.
Yeah, and that's all. I mean, we looked at his net worth, and what was it, 10 million?
10 million?
You know what?
I don't think that's correct.
I don't think it's correct, but you know what? If it is, I could believe it still. Like I would believe it in the sense that he's, for what he's done, and in fact he's starring in a movie again. Mm-hmm. I'll believe it. I just don't think, like, he's strikes me as the kind of man who, if he had that money, he wouldn't keep it all.
I think the opposite. I think he's the type of guy that when he makes money from a check, he's like, we'll just put this in a little savings account.
Oh, I couldn't believe that too. I'm thinking, well, he's not going to go blow it on a bag of heroin or a coke.
No.
I believe he. I could believe he's a weed farm.
I could believe that as well.
I could believe that. It looks like the kind of soul who just sits in a lazy afternoon, smoking a few J's.
But then again, apologies to Mr. Pepper if you're not.
I mean, it's just, you strike me as a very chill guy.
Yeah, and very cool. We'd like to come hang out on your ranch, because I assume you have one.
Oh, I mean, he doesn't live on a terrace, does he? Do you know
what I mean? You got that knockabout guy's money.
Yeah, I mean, you've got that mustache on you. You definitely have cattle. You know, you look like you're having a good time.
But that's Crawl, and we'll review that when it comes out.
Yes, go see it.
A few honourable mentions. We have a kids movie that came out a few Christmases ago, Monster Trucks, which is a favourite of Heidi's.
Not a favourite of mine.
No.
Only because, now what's the name of the guy? Luke Tills?
I think so. Lucas Tills?
Lucas Tills. I don't like him. Uh-huh. He has a rapey face.
Okay.
I just don't like the look of him.
I'm sure he's a lovely fella.
I'm sure you are. If you're listening, like, no harm, just change your face. To me, the premise, nothing against Mario Pepper either, because for one thing, I think the issue is I didn't see him in the trailers. Mm-hmm. That's an issue in its own self, mm-hmm. But it just looks retarded.
That's fair enough. It stars Jane Levy, who I have a very big crush on.
Is this from Frasier, Jane Levy?
No, she is...
who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of...
Eugene Levy.
She is the girl that was in the remake of Evil Dead.
I can't think.
She's just fit. Also, he stars in the Maze Runner.
I love the Maze Runner.
Seriously?
I haven't seen the last one yet, but I've seen the first 2 and I love them.
He stars in Scorched Trials and... What's the name of the last one?
I could not tell you. The Death something?
Death Trials? Death Trail?
Death something.
Death Cure?
Death Cure. There you go.
He also has been in Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2, one of the most beloved.
The best one, yeah.
Yeah.
He played Corporal Dunn. I actually remember that. It was one of the starting missions. It's whenever you... Because one of the... It's not the task force missions, it's the American side of it. Because I remember William Fichtner comes in the third one. Not that that's a tie-in, but
yeah,
he comes he plays it, and it's I didn't know, but then after I'd seen Saving Private Ryan about 90 times, I was like, hang on, I know the voice.
Yeah. He also was the lead in a very big video game when it came out, Prototype.
I've never seen it. I've played it, I should say, because I've never tried to be that kind of game.
It was a great game. It kind of came out at the same time of Infamous. Do you remember on the PlayStation?
Again, are they not the same game?
They're not the same game. That's what I'm saying. It came out around the same time, and everybody's like, "This is the same game."
I thought they were the same game.
But Prototype was a lot of fun, and the fact that I did know that BP did the main voice.
You know what? I might actually go play it now.
I might go play it just to hear him.
Just to hear
him. But then we also have. Well, that's all the honourable mentions.
Yeah.
Just a little. Bit of fun. The people he likes to work with.
He likes to work with some people.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Super Private Ryan, Green Mile.
Green Mile, yeah.
Vin Diesel,
Knock Around Guys, and Super Private Ryan.
Katia Skol.
Your tongue's too big. As I love that, but no. Kaya Scodelario.
She did Maze Runner and Crawl.
Tom Mugginson, we just realised today. Kennedy's and
Lone Ranger. But I think that might do it.
That might do us for today.
We didn't cover every movie.
No, we would be here all day doing that. We picked out the ones that stood out, the ones that fans remember.
Yeah.
The ones that we feel like he had a good time doing, and the ones that we feel like he's a bit proud of.
Yeah, there's some stuff like 61, directed by Billy Crystal.
25th Hour.
25th Hour, Ed Norton.
Yeah.
Behind Enemy Lines. Or Enemy of the State.
Yeah, but you're thinking of Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Enemy of the State, though, yeah. Will Smith, Gene Hackman.
Some great movies he's been in, and like we said at the start of the podcast, he's the guy. You remember his face, but you never remember his name, and the whole.
That's a shame.
The whole goal of this podcast
gets you to know the name. If you go out there and you watch even 2 of the movies that we've seen, or a couple episodes of Kennedy's, or play a game, you'll know the voice, you'll know the man, and especially if you watch Crawl when it comes out,
exactly,
you'll know the legend.
Exactly. You'll never forget the name Barry Pepper, and may he
co-owner of Pepperidge Farms. Can I?
Of course.
Yeah.
May he continue to rise,
reign
in Hollywood, and hopefully we'll see him in. Well, we'll see him in Crawl, but hopefully
I want to see him in more. I really do. I want him to do so well.
He deserves a big role because he's the type of actor that can pull it off.
Yeah.
He's never been in anything, and he has been bad. He's just been in some bad things.
Honestly, that's the good thing about it. It's rare you can say that about an actor.
Yeah.
Where, every actor these days has something that they've just been dog shit in.
Yeah.
But he's held his own.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about him.
And just say, we love you, Barry Pepper.
We love you, Barry Pepper. If you want to get in touch again for either a threesome or invite us over to your ranch, play with the cattle. Just
a new, a nice little chat.
Just even a cup of tea.
And for as much as I've been talking to Barry on Twitter, he's been an absolute gentleman.
Yes,
so he has.
Yes, I've read the text. He seems delightful.
For people that assume celebrities are all arseholes and dickheads,
like fame changes you. Not Barry. He doesn't need him. He's just happy to be there.
Absolute gentleman and a scholar.
Gentleman and a scholar.
So go check out some Barry Pepper movies.
Check out Crawl when it comes out.
Check out Crawl when it comes out. And as always,